There was a time cinema portrayed the best in us in a flawed way. It gave us something to believe in, something to mimic. It was a positive form of masculinity. And it's time we talked about masculinity in film, and more importantly, where have all the heroes gone? I was born in 1983, I grew up in the 80s and 90s, and back then, films shaped me. I used to go to the cinema every weekend, my uncle would take me, and we would watch real films, stories about ordinary people facing impossible odds and standing tall anyway. One of my earliest memories of film, the moment I knew I wanted to be in this industry, was watching Superman fly up the side of the Daily Planet to catch a helicopter and save Lois Lane. That was special. It was magic. It was hope. And I loved that about cinema. But it didn't just stop there. Then came my love for Star Wars. As I matured a bit, Shawshank Redemption, Braveheart. And then I noticed the theme. These films were built around stoic heroes. None of them was perfect. But there was people who found courage when they needed it. They took responsibility and sacrificed something bigger than themselves, and that's the most important part, because it brings us on to the hero's journey. And that dates back thousands of years. It's given people a code, we can call it a manual if you like, how to face the trials of life. It's the blueprint for transformation, for becoming more than we were. And you can see this method dating back thousands of years in stories like Moses, a man called to lead his people out of Egypt, facing impossible odds, plagued with doubt, yet finding the strength to somehow see it through. And you see it in King Leonidas, leading 300 warriors to hold the line against a vast empire, knowing that it was going to cost him his life, but doing it anyway. These aren't just stories. There were survival maps for the human spirit. And somewhere along the way, we just stopped telling them like we used to. Because away from Marvel and DC, we replaced heroes with professional victims. Characters portrayed as heroes, but selfish. They had no growth. They didn't even have any evidence of the hero's journey we've identified with. Yeah, there's been glimmers of hope. Over the last 20 years, we've still had films like the Dark Knight series, Gladiator, 1917, Hacksaw Ridge, and these are stories that remind us what a stoic hero looks like. How they can still be powerful, grounded, human. But we don't sing the praises anymore, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's I'm getting old. But characters like William Wallace, Maximus, Bruce Wayne in the Dark Knight series. See, these are stories that inspired me. And they inspire more people. And they're the kind of stories that I want to tell. Stories about courage, about sacrifice, about finding the strength to carry on, even when it's easier to give up. So yeah, if any of this resonates with you, give me a subscribe, ring the bell, let's go on this journey together. Comment down below, let's talk about this, let's talk about masculinity in film, let's talk about stoicism in film. Because I've no idea where this journey is going to take me. I don't even know why I'm doing these videos, but I do enjoy talking about it and it gets it off my chest. So yeah, let's talk about it together and let's see where this goes.